We've all seen multi-tools that look cool on paper but end up collecting dust in a drawer. The Leatherman ARC, though, yeah, this one's built differently. It's not just for show, it's for people who actually use their gear. Whether you're out on the trail, tightening bolts at work, or just need a reliable tool around the house, the ARC brings the heat. With a super tough MagnaCut blade that holds its edge like a champ, 20 practical tools, and one-handed magnetic deployment, it's clear this multi-tool isn't messing around. So, in this video, we explained why the ARC is the best Leatherman multi-tool and who should consider adding it to their gear. Yes, everyone keeps going on about MagnaCut steel, and in this case, it actually matters. So, here's Leatherman was actually the first to drop a MagnaCut steel blade into a multi-tool with the ARC. Yeah, there's also the MKM Malga 5 that uses MagnaCut too, but let's be real, it's not the kind of multi-tool you're just gonna grab off the shelf at your local gear shop. Plus, it's more like a fancy folder with some extras, not a full-on multi-tool like the ARC. Now, why does this matter? Because MagnaCut isn't just some hyped-up steel people throw around. This stuff actually performs. The blade holds its edge longer, doesn't rust up on you, and let us also tell you that the ARC's blade holds its edge longer, resists rust better, and can handle way tougher cutting tasks than other multi-tool blades. So when Leatherman put it in the ARC, it wasn't just for bragging rights, it made the tool actually better. One of the standout features of the ARC is that all its tools can be accessed from the outside. That means you don't have to unfold the pliers to get to the screwdrivers, bottle opener, scissors, or any other implement. Thanks to Leatherman's magnet-based free technology, each outside tool flicks out smoothly with one hand and then securely locks into place. In fact, ARC's outside tools are deployable and lockable one-handed. So if you're working on something and only one hand is free, this design actually helps. And yes, big shout out to all the lefties out there. Finally, a multi-tool that doesn't leave you struggling. The ARC is actually designed so that left-handed people can also open tools just as easily as righties. That's super rare, honestly. Now, with some older Leathermans, you had to open the whole tool just to get to the knife or screwdriver. Leatherman emphasizes that the ARC's outside features lock and unlock for extra safety when fully extended, so they won't fold back on you by accident. In practice, that means once you open a tool, it stays locked until you press the release. No springs quietly failing on you mid-task. Every tool on the ARC except the pliers will lock into place when opened. And let us also mention that ARC has a locking system for all tools. The result is a very solid, reliable feeling. You get an audible click and confidence that the blade, drivers, or scissors will stay put during use. Leatherman made sure the ARC is built with safety in mind, and that really shows in how the tools lock into place. Basically, whenever you fully open any of the tools, like the knife, screwdriver, or scissors, they automatically lock. That means they won't suddenly fold back on your fingers while you're using them, which is a big deal if you're doing something that needs a bit of pressure or force. You'll actually feel and hear a solid click when a tool locks open. That click gives you peace of mind, letting you know the tool is securely in place. Then, when you're done, you just press a release to unlock and fold it back. So yeah, this locking system makes the ARC feel super dependable. Whether you're cutting, twisting, or tightening something, you can trust that the tool won't move until you're ready for it to. One of the smartest things about the Leatherman ARC is how easy it is to keep it in shape, even after lots of heavy use. For example, the wire cutters on the pliers, which can snip both standard and hard wire, are fully replaceable. So, if you ever wear them down or dull the edge over time, you don't have to toss the whole tool or send it in for repair. You just swap in a new pair of cutter inserts, and you're back in business. This is a design idea borrowed from trusted models like the Wave Plus, and it really makes a difference for long-term durability. And it's not just the cutters. The bit driver system is also modular and flexible. This multi-tool actually comes with two separate bit drivers, a large and a small one, both tucked into the handles, and they accept all kinds of double-sided bits from Phillips and flatheads to Torx and hex keys. You get a starter set of extra bits stored right in the sheath, so you've always got options on hand. But here's the thing. It includes a whole set of double-sided bits. Phillips, flathead, hex, Torx, whatever you name it. So instead of carrying separate screwdrivers or bulky tool sets, you just swap in the bit you need. Whether you're tightening a loose cabinet hinge or fixing your glasses, you'll likely find the right bit right in the ARC. Let's talk about one of the ARC's most underrated features, the scissor. Yes, the ARC also features built-in spring-action scissors, and these aren't the tiny ones you struggle with on older tools. These are stronger and great for cutting rope, packaging, or even cloth. And these scissors don't feel like an extra. They feel like a proper tool you'd actually want to use. So, when you combine the versatile bit drivers and these upgraded scissors, you basically get a mini toolbox that fits in your pocket. Now, even with all that functionality, the ARC still manages to feel premium. Well, the main blade is made from CPM MagnaCut, which we mentioned earlier. It holds a sharp edge like a champ, but doesn't chip or rust easily. The rest of the tool is protected with a diamond-like carbon coating, making it even more scratch-resistant and corrosion-proof. So, you're not just getting some gimmicky multi-tool with a million features. You're getting something built with serious quality materials that can take a beating. And you'll feel it too. The opening and closing are super smooth thanks to its magnetic system. Even when you're in the middle of a rough task, the ARC feels stable and easy to handle. Leatherman even calls it the pinnacle of multi-tools, and honestly, that's not a stretch. Now, here's a clever little detail a lot of people miss. There's a flat reinforced spot on the back of the ARC's handle that acts like a mini hammer. Seriously, you can use it to tap in nails, rivets, or anything else that needs a bit of gentle force. Well, no, it's not a full-on carpentry hammer, but when you just need to give something a quick knock, it's actually useful. Most multi-tools don't even bother with this kind of feature, so it's a thoughtful touch that adds real-world value. Something else worth pointing out, the ARC is made in Portland, Oregon. That means tight quality control and that classic American craftsmanship behind every part. From the MagnaCut blade to the diamond-like carbon finish, everything about it sounds premium. The DLC not only gives it a sleek or sharp look, but also helps guard against scratches and corrosion, so even after heavy use it still looks fresh. Now, pair that with the rock-solid build and top-notch materials, and this doesn't feel like a tool for a couple of years. It feels like something you'll be passing down decades later. Well, every part of this multi-tool, from the MagnaCut blade to the DLC finish, sounds high-end. And it's not just talk. This tool feels solid. Plus, Leatherman backs it up with a 25-year warranty, which is a pretty strong sign they expect it to last through years. Sure, there are a lot of multi-tools out there that claim to be EDC-friendly. And to be fair, many of them are pretty decent. They've got the basics, they fit in your pocket, and they can get you through a task or two. But when it comes to real everyday carry, the Leatherman ARC just hits different. Well, because it manages to pack in 20 full-sized, genuinely useful tools into a body that's compact and comfortable to carry. The ARC gives you two choices right out of the box. You can go the pocket route with the deep carry clip, which keeps it snug and low profile in your pants or jacket. Or, if you prefer belt carry, there's a durable nylon sheath included. That sheath even has room to hold the extra bit kit. And both the clip and the sheath are removable, so you can mix and match based on what you're doing that day. It's totally up to you. So yeah, there are other EDC tools out there. But if you're looking for something that's compact, powerful, and actually fun to use, most people agree, the ARC just nails the balance. Alright, these are the reasons why the Leatherman ARC is the best Leatherman multi-tool. Drop your thoughts and questions below, hit the like button, and consider subscribing for more videos. Thanks for watching! And remember, it's not just what you carry, but how well it's made and how much you can trust it.